If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. That is what our next guest did. When the lockdown hit, everything came to a standstill. But he decided to take this opportunity and produce 12 short films along with various filmmakers under his banner Greennote Films. In the past year, he has worked in movies and ad films and has taken the OTT platform by storm. He will soon be seen as Mauka-e-Vardaat. So, to get a scoop on what he'll be doing next and also to know more about his journey, let me welcome today's guest, Mr. Aniruddh Roy. Hi, Aniruddh. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm alive and well. As well.
Yeah, it's very important to be alive.
Yes, it is.
Alive and kicking. Yeah.
So, well, thank you for giving me a date. I understand you're a busy man now.
Please. Nothing of that. We always find time for our friends. So yeah, that is,
I'm glad. I'm glad I'm counted as one of those, but thank you so much. So, well, I want to dive right in and ask you this question. When in the lockdown, we were just sitting and thinking what to do in our lives. You decided to create 12 short films. So how did that journey begin and how is it now? Like, what are the changes you see now?
Well, lockdown was kind of a game changer for me, if I have to put it short. And before that, 2019 end or 2020 beginning, I had almost 3 major theatrical productions lined up. And we were almost on the verge of selling tickets, and it was already out on Book My Show. It was officially announced, and we were like, yes, we are going for it. Suddenly, the lockdown came, and it stopped everything, and all the shows got cancelled, one after the other. We thought, okay, maybe it's a temporary phase. शायद 15 दिन के लिए lockdown होगा, उसके बाद सब normal हो जाएगा. We thought like that. Okay, fine. After 15 days again, we are doing stage. Nothing of that sort happened. It went on and on and on and prolonged. I was like, oh God, now what next? I mean, like I cannot survive without acting.
Right.
Though, I keep doing my regular job, regular work. Right now, I'm not into my regular job. I have switched to acting itself. But last year, when I was doing my regular job, I was like thinking, how do I continue with my craft? How do I enhance my acting? Or what do I do now? How do I practice? How do I continue? So I was like, then everything got shut down, and I was cooped up in my room. And then it so happened that I was browsing through some Facebook, Insta post, and I saw some indie filmmakers have given their audition posting that we are looking for some freelance actors who can collab with us because we have a very tight shoestring budget. So if anybody would like to collab, please send your profile or resume. And I did not have any resume or profile because I'm just a theatre actor. I did not have a portfolio. I did not have a show reel. So I just randomly sent my interest to whoever I come across, any random post, even if it's any kind of shady post also I used to apply there.
Okay.
Because I thought, okay, kahin na kahin se to call aa jayega.
Achha.
And then it so happened that someone contacted me and said that, we found your profile really interesting. You're a theatre actor, but your pictures and all really, kind of matching our requirement. And it's kind of a lead role. Would you like to give it a shot? I said, yes, of course. Someone is willing to take chances with me. I am not going to, not going to let go of it. So, I'm like, okay, fine. Then we met. We kind of discussed the script. We kind of funded from our own pocket because at a shoestring budget, we had to shoot the film in 2 days of time span on weekends. And we got all actors on board. फिर picture बन गया, release हो गया YouTube में. And then we were like, it got critical acclaim. And then we were like, okay, it got good amount of views and all the audiences are liking it. Then let's send it across to international and national film festivals. So we kind of, through Film Freeway, there's a website, Film Freeway, where you can apply to multiple film festivals across the world. So we kind of applied wherever we could. And then accordingly, some OTT people, like some distributors, noticed our work and they contacted that, would you like to distribute your films on, say, MX Player or Amazon Prime or on Hotstar? Then we can help you get there. Right. We said, yes, of course, we are interested. That was a big thing for us, that somebody is approaching us. Yeah. That's how this connect happened, like this networking thing happened. And then we kind of applied to, MX, Hangama, Amazon Prime. Our films started getting featured. And then one after the other, we got that confidence, okay. Then I started building my own team called Greennote Films. And then we had like independent filmmakers collaborating with us with new scripts and ideas. And then we started shooting and we started pitching into OTT platforms, even to Tata Sky Shorts. And that's how one after the other 12 short films were done at a record time in 1 year. And then our work got noticed by some ad filmmakers and filmmakers in Mumbai. They did, and even Mr. Rakshit Shetty, Mr. Rakshit Shetty also noticed our work. I did a feature film in 777 Charlie. Yeah. So Kiran Raj, who's the director, I auditioned. I went to their office. I auditioned for a role, and then I did a feature film. I did a web series. I did some commercials, and that's how one after the other. And now finally, Alt Balaji's Crimes and Confessions. And TV's Mauka-e-Vardaat and Alt Balaji's Crimes and Confessions happened. Right. So yeah, so we it is just networking, a bit of pushing yourself, a continuous auditioning for roles, and getting noticed by the right people at the right time. A bit of luck, a bit of hard work, a bit of networking, and one after the other, it just went on and on.
Mind-blowing. I mean, I can't even imagine that, it's something that you did in the lockdown. You just created a network for yourself, and now you are where you are right now. It's so beautiful to listen to the story. But
thank you. Yeah.
But why the name Greennote? I'm really curious. Why the name Greennote?
Well, it's my partner's idea, Amrita Roy, who's my business partner. She's like Hari Patti. So Hari Patti matlab paisa. So Greennote kind of. So,
I thought it was that.
Greennote is Hari Patti paisa. That's it.
मुझे लगा वही होगा, but then I thought no, let's not assume. Let's not assume.
वही है और कुछ नहीं. Hari Patti is Greennote. That's it.
Got it. Got it. That's a very nice name. So, well, I know that you've been doing theater for a very long time. So did you get any formal training for acting, or what gave you the initial push to start acting?
No, I did not do any formal training, unlike few of my co-actors who are NSD trained, who are FTII trained. No, I did not get into any formal procedure of training. I used to, during my childhood, I used to consume a lot of Bollywood movies. बैठ के सिर्फ देखता था. Shahrukh Khan, Govinda, इनकी movies बहुत देखता था. Though people used to, they say कि यार तुम ये movies देखते हो, तुम्हें तो art film देखना चाहिए. But I used to get a lot of entertainment, and I used to get influenced by this style of acting. Honestly, I used to enjoy a lot as a kid. And then it so happened in my subconscious mind, दिमाग में scenes चलते रहते थे. But but I was a nerdy kind of a person, so I used to go to my school, college. I used to come back. I never had any hobbies as such. And then it so happened when I started, when I was when I switched to another company, when I switched to a new company, and they gave me the flexibility of working from home. That is when I thought कि अब एक थोड़ा बहुत hobbies होना चाहिए life में. And it's so, but then someone has to give you that opportunity. So what happened is, my next door neighbor, who works with Center for Film and Drama with Prakash Bilavri, he was planning to devise a play. It's a Bengali play, and he wanted new actors on board. He tried with experienced theater actors, but they did not have the time and bandwidth. So then he's decided that, okay, let me let me try and give it to all the freshers, like all the actors who wants to join and be a part of his group. So I just went to his room one day, and I said that I'm interested. I heard that you want to start off a play. Can I please try something? He said, yeah. चलो script लो. तो मैं script लिया, and then बोला उधर खड़ा हो जाओ. मैंने कहा ठीक है. फिर बोला ये line थोड़ा गुस्से से बोलो. I said okay. Then these lines you just utter with some sadness and some depression. I said okay. So likewise he started to audition me. At that time I didn't know what is audition altogether, but I was actually giving my audition at that point of time. So he was like doing a look test of mine, and then he said, okay. I think I got you for a role. I said okay. Right. And then I came to know that I got the lead role. And then it so happened that every alternate days, weekdays, we used to practice at his house extensively, like 3 hours, 4 hours, एकदम घिस के practice करते थे. And then Rangshankara mein show hua. We did a show at Rangshankara. It was a houseful show. It became an instant hit. And then I thought, okay, I can afford to have an alternate, hobby of mine. I can act. Probably I should spend more of my time, invest more of my time in acting, and I should enhance my skill set a bit. And that is when I started enjoying the stage. I started enjoying the space. I started bonding with my co-actors. I enjoyed everything. And I thought, okay, let me start working on it. And that's how it happened. The gradual, process started. It was all accident.
I'm glad that accidentally you found your hobby and your passion, and now you're doing such amazing things in it, right? But this one question that always comes up, and people feel that it's a lot of struggle to get into acting. So how much do you feel it's a struggle to get a foot in the door, get auditions, and get noticed by even directors or filmmakers? How difficult do you feel?
Well, see, again, individuals have their own journey and stories.
Right.
In my case, also, initially when I started, I also had to push myself a lot. When I had to do the networking, कोई मेरे को chance दे दो या मेरे को थोड़ा सा वो दे दो मुझे acting आता है like that I initially started, but then one after the other, when people, I think it is, again I said that it's a matter of a little bit of luck, hard work, and getting noticed by the right people at the right time. In my case it so happened that some directors came and watched the show, so they offered a role in their production, and so one after the other I started bagging roles just because few directors came for the show and they watched me perform and they noticed my work, and then they said that, would you like to try this role? So likewise I started making some contacts, and from one after the other I used to go for auditions, or someone came and watched my show and then they said, okay, yes, mera ek theater show hai, karna chahoge? I said yes. So in theater it happened like that. And as I told you, in screen acting it is like more of pushing my work to other directors and auditioning, and then people noticing and then offering me work. So that's how it happens.
So I think it's very important to get noticed. So if you've got the talent, you have to put it out there so that people notice you and they know what you are capable of. Once they know that, then it just involves.
Absolutely. I think it's very important to market yourself.
Correct.
It is very important to market yourself, promote your skills, how much you are talented, but then someone has to know that you are talented enough, and you have to make a proper show reel portfolio of yours, and market it well, package it well, that what you are capable of and what you can deliver. And if you have if you have done different kinds of roles in various projects, include them as your work link and send it across to all the casting directors, and they can select which role you are best fitted. So that is the way I think it is more nowadays, like how you package yourself and how you promote yourself. It's very important. Yeah.
So, well, you've mentioned showreel a number of times. Do you have any tips for people who are just starting out, and how should they prepare their showreel?
See, people who are freshers, they can enact few favorite monologues of theirs. Like they can identify what their strengths are. Like if they're very good with action, or if they are very good with delivering bhari bharkam hero wala dialogues, or they are very good with emotions, or they are good with tragedy, comedy, romance, whatever. They can pick up those monologues and they can prepare snippets of monologues shot at a very good background and with very good camera, and accordingly they can include that as a part of their showreel. Like that's that I think for the freshers, I think it will work like that, because that would showcase few of their acting skills in terms of monologues which they perform, and accordingly their portfolio and pictures which they also send across, that also would work as an added advantage.
Okay, right. मुझे तो पक्का हीरो का रोल मिलेगा. I've got a भारी भरकम voice.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. अब विलेन का भी रोल दे सकता है.
I shall audition for that. Johnny. Oh God. Okay, so coming to my next question, Aniruddh, I feel like I'm just going from one question to next without giving you a break.
ऐसा लग रहा है एग्जाम्स को बैठे हुए हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 7.
चलो अगला सवाल 1 करोड़ के लिए.
कितने ऑप्शन है, कितने लाइफलाइन है?
लाइफलाइन कुछ नहीं है, ऑप्शन भी नहीं है. आप जीत चुके हैं, अभी जवाब देना है आपको, ऑप्शन नहीं है.
अच्छा ठीक है.
Right. So, see, every field, including this one, has a lot of competition. So, what do you do to stand out from the crowd?
what do I do to stand out of competition? Well, my looks, like, I look a little different. मेरा six packs नहीं है, मेरे muscles नहीं है, मैं थोड़ा dusky हूँ, मेरा curly hair है, तो मैं थोड़ा अलग दिखता हूँ. मतलब, in short, I look little unique and little different. And that is how I try to position myself. That, see, my unconventional looks could be a good, option for you to try me out. That is one thing, because in Mumbai, it's very look specific. Like, if you are fitting into that role, or if you are like muscular enough, then you are suitable for some role. If you are non-muscular enough, then you are suitable for another role. Right. So it's like there are chances of getting typecasted, but at the same time, if you are willing to take a little bit of risk, which maybe some actors are not willing to take, and try to experiment yourself, then you are better. You get an edge over your competitors. That ye banda jo hai thoda risk leta hai. Matlab alag-alag, he does all kinds of roles, and he's flexible to do any kind of roles. So that is how I think I would prepare myself to get an edge over my competitors, like trying to take that extra risk which others might not take at their initial stage. So that is what I did for Alt Balaji's Crimes and Confessions. I will not divulge further about the roles, but if you watch it, you'll get to know that, it is worth taking that risk, and it got received well by the audiences. So, yes.
Okay, done. So you have to watch it. He's not going to give you any scoop. Damn.
नहीं, वो देखो पहले अच्छे से.
Achha, right now, you were just talking about your looks, right? You said you're dusky, you've got curly hair, and that is how you stand out. But is it really necessary to have external beauty to make it in the industry, or does talent take a 4 nowadays?
Personally, I don't. Personally, if you ask me, it is just talent which stands out. At least I know, because my journey has been like that, where my acting, prowess or performance have got noticed by some great filmmakers, filmmakers, and even Mumbai filmmakers and Bangalore filmmakers, and that's how I got my work, even in Kolkata also. But at times, it so happens that sometimes, looking at the commercial aspect and packaging things, sometimes does take precedence over talent. In some cases, in some projects, that is when you have there's a trade-off. So you have to take a call. How much you need to work on your physical, appearance, and vis-a-vis your talent. So talent is extremely important. As I said, it is very, very important. If you're talented, you'll get work anyhow. But at times, it is also the looks also which sometimes matters, because that's how in few of the projects, such as music videos, such as serials, sometimes your physical appearance matters a lot. So it's a trade-off between talent and looks, I would say.
Right. So if you might get projects for you, as long as you've got the talent, it is not necessary that looks take a 4. Depends on which project.
But at times, but at times, looks does take precedence over talent. Again, because it depends project by project basis. It depends what kind of project you're working or you're involved with. But it is a thin trade-off between looks and talent.
I think talent takes a 4, because see, I've seen your ad, the Ola one, in which you have a very tiny but beautiful role, right? Where you're just taking that L off the car. Like, are we learning?
That is my Shell ad. That is my Shell advertisement.
That's a Shell ad. Right.
Shell
I'm sorry. I got confused between the two, because see, you take the L, which is very beautiful. So you've got a very small screen presence, but I remember you. Like, okay, that's a different matter together, that I know you. But then if people have seen the Shell ad, they will definitely remember that small bit. So I think it's not about the looks as much as it is about the screen presence. It's about your confidence. It's about how you are portraying the character and how memorable you are within those 2 seconds.
Yes. That is there. But again, I say that in Mumbai, there are projects where they typecast you based on your roles, and there are projects where they typecast you or where you get roles based on your talent and as a performer. And that is where I think I kind of get that edge, because I know, as you mentioned, really correct, that within 2-3 seconds you can make your mark. You can still stand apart from the rest of the stories or from the protagonist, and you can still make your mark. So that's what I believe. But at times when I do appear for auditions, then मुझे ऐसा सुनने को मिलता है आपका six pack है, आपका muscle है, तो वो requirement चाहिए. So ऐसा हुआ मेरे
लेकिन
साथ.
आपने
So that's why it's not the real
right?
experience.
आपने बीच में six packs बनाए थे ना?
मैंने बनाए थे, लेकिन वो काफी नहीं है, तो और थोड़ा मस्कुलर होना चाहिए. आपने हाथ तो देखा ऐसा, तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि पूरा मैल न्यूट्रिशन है थोड़ा सा, बट ठीक है चलेगा.
Okay. So on the basis of looks, he's just dissing himself, but that is not true. You should see his pictures. It is there on the internet.
But work in progress. It is like, I'm working on both. I would say, but yeah, work in progress. दोनों में चल रहा है.
चलेगा. Improvement is the key ना. आगे तो बढ़
Absolutely.
अपनी दुनिया.
Absolutely. Yes.
So, what according to you is the best role so far? मतलब अभी वो माँ वाला डायलॉग मत मानना कि सारे बच्चे सेम होते हैं, ऐसा सब मत बोलना.
नहीं, मैं बिल्कुल नहीं बोलूँ. अच्छा, तो 2 रोल्स पिक कर सकता हूँ ना, 2 चैलेंज.
हाँ, बिंदास.
हाँ, ठीक है. So last 2 projects which I did were my most challenging roles. One is of course Alt Balaji's Crimes and Confessions, जहाँ पे I play a character which is soft, which has his inner turmoils to deal with. He has his, but he's opinionated, strong, very sophisticated, but at the same time die-hard romantic. So lots of layers in that character. And it is a very beautiful character which Sachin sir gave me. So that is one of my challenging roles till date. Another challenging role which I did was in Mauka-e-Vardaat and TV's crime episodic television serial, where I had to play someone like my wife has been kidnapped, and I'm playing an angry, brooding young man who barged into a hotel and charging at the people like, where is my wife? And then a victim of drug abuse. Is in his hallucinated world. So something which I'm not actually, I had to kind of do it, but it was very, very challenging for me to do action-packed roles. So that is something. These 2 roles are my major breakthrough roles so far, like most challenging roles till date. And I'm pushing my envelope further. But yeah, बहुत ही challenging रहा. दोनों projects मेरे लिए बहुत challenging है. So that kind of confidence लाया मुझे भी कि हाँ थोड़ा acting कर सकता हूँ.
See, after your description of being this man whose wife has been kidnapped, I have this one question for you. How do you prepare for a role? मतलब आप क्या करते हो? क्योंकि आप उसमें से गुजरे नहीं हो, तो फिर आप how do you believe that you are that character?
As I told you कि बचपन में इतना मूवीज भर के देखता था ना, तो कहीं ना कहीं in my memory some of the roles, अच्छा यहाँ पे सनी देओल ने ऐसा किया था, या यहाँ पे शाहरुख खान ने इस तरीके से कुछ किया था जब जूही चावला के पीछे पड़ा. So something from snippets from that movie, snippets from this movie, or some experiences in my life which probably I've experienced. So all those things, I mix and match and try experimenting it in my role. And zyada I don't prepare because I'm a little spontaneous. Like when camera switches on, I just start off full swing. Nice. But otherwise, the homework which I get or the inferences which I draw are from the films which I've watched, either the films which I've watched or some from my real life experience. That's how I kind of go around it. Yeah.
So you kind of mix and match. Find references from your subconscious, and at the same time, whatever you've seen around the environment, you try to use that as well. Nice. So almost coming to the end of the questionnaire. Exam khatam hone
exam khatam ho gaya kaise?
I don't mind. I can keep asking you questions. बाद में तुम्हें मुझे फोन करके बोली ये क्या था? I don't want to go through that. Okay. See, honestly, what happens is whenever I take an interview, सामने वाला जो बोलता है मेरे पास उससे related खुद का experience कुछ होता है. This time I don't have anything.
Really? Wow.
Hence it is just going like a rapid fire round or
rapid fire.
Like I know I have done a little bit of acting, theater kiya, but ab jitna nahi kiya, so I can't even brag about it.
I know, yeah. I'm also learning because मैं भी accidental actor ही हूँ. I'm not a वो क्या बोलते हैं ना उसको क्या बोल method acting या तो रम खान तो हूँ नहीं, but like I'm just trying and building up from my experiences. हर project मुझे कुछ ना कुछ सिखा देता है. And And every project has been very unique in my case. Like, something I've not experimented or done before. And luckily I'm getting those roles which I've not done before. So yeah, so far, ठीक-ठाक है सब कुछ.
Yeah, अच्छा ही चल रहा है. I've seen, I keep on seeing pictures, posts and whatnot that is keeping on coming now. And it's
whatnot, yeah, whatnot.
Whatnot is the...
What not?
मतलब हिंदू का आ गया, चलो कुछ तो पोस्ट आप डालते ही रहते हो. So it's very nice to see all that. And I mean,
Yeah.
I remember like just 2-3 months ago we were talking on the phone and it was like, oh, abhi thoda chill chal raha hai, and then suddenly there's another news coming up and I'm like, oh, okay.
अरे मेरे साथ अचानक ही होता है सब कुछ. I get locked in. Either I'm a replacement actor, last moment replace होता हूँ कोई ना, और ऐसा होता है कि within 24-48 hours I'm being locked, saying कि available हो आ जाओ. So it's like that, and I don't unturn. I'm like, this is the chance I have to travel and do it. So ऐसा ही हुआ मेरे साथ. Like within 24 hours I got locked. A new project came. In 48 hours I was shooting. So that's how it happened. And किसी project का तो मैं replacement actor बन ही जाता हूँ, which is in a way good for me.
Yeah.
I thank those actors जिनको मैंने replace किया.
नहीं यार, अभी अच्छा ही चल रहा है. I'm glad इसके आगे भी बहुत ही अच्छा हो. I want to see more news about you. Yeah, it's now the news is like this hidden talent from Bangalore, and I think now it should just be Aniruddh Roy the actor. Like that should be the
अरे
name.
बाप रे.
ऐसा आना चाहिए ना, hidden talent from Bangalore थोड़ी headline होना चाहिए, अनिरुद्ध रॉय होना चाहिए. क्या headline बदलो. हम बदलेंगे. बहुत जल्द होगा.
Too overwhelming for me to digest now. कि बहुत ज़्यादा overwhelming हो गया digest करने के लिए. थोड़ा time चाहिए digest होने के लिए. इतना तारीफ हजम नहीं होता है.
I know, but it will happen. See, what is going to happen is you're going to get so used to it. Like वो starting में overwhelming लगता है ना, when everything comes at once and then you feel, I don't know how to handle it, or I don't know how to make a schedule or make a structure rather. एक बार आपको वो फिट बैठ गया ना कि स्ट्रक्चर कैसे करना है, टाइम कैसे फिट करना है, फिर तो आपको ऐसा.
अरे बाप रे.
That's what happens when you start something new.
Thank you so much for being so kind. Hope it works in my life. Yes, working towards it.
Yes, hopefully everything will turn out fine and we'll hear more news about you. So
thank you.
That's my wish for you. So what message would you like to give youngsters who want to be a part of this field?
I would say, believe in your talent, follow your passion, work hard on your skill set, and go for it. No matter whatever obstacles you get, just listen to your heart and follow your passion. At the same time, be rational enough to have a backup plan. For some reasons, if things don't turn out the way you have planned out to be, then you have a backup plan to fall back upon. Yeah. So, because from my own experience, I'm saying so, but always follow your passion and do what your dil says to do. That's it.
Oh, that's so sweet. And I agree with the backup plan, because when you have a backup plan, you get the confidence to go and fight for your passion. Because you know that if that doesn't work out, you have something to fall back on.
Yes.
That gives you another edge. That gives you the edge, which is very necessary to be in this field.
True. Very true. Yes.
So coming to the last question, and this is something that I ask everybody. क्योंकि पॉडकास्ट का नाम अनसेटलिंग है, क्योंकि सब लोग आपको सेटल होने के लिए बोलते हैं. सो आई एम आल्सो जॉइनिंग द बैंडवैगन एंड आस्किंग यू, व्हाट डज बीइंग सेटल्ड मीन टू यू बेटा?
मैं तो कभी सेटल्ड हुई नहीं. मतलब being settled मतलब हो गया, सब अचीव कर लिए, but मैं अभी I feel that I have to still achieve a lot, and I don't think I'm ever settled in any place. I keep hopping around cities, I keep moving. Being settled तो when I'll be a superstar, जब सारा dreams achieve हो जाएगा, then also I'll feel नहीं यार Bollywood हो गया, Hollywood जाना है. तो मेरे लिए तो कभी settled मतलब I'm not settled anyhow, but being settled is achieving almost everything in your bucket list, which I don't think has achieved it, at least in my case. So बस अभी चल रहा है अभी, one after the other.
So works fine. So basically, to be settled in his terms is to create a bucket list and keep checking it off.
Yes, absolutely.
जब तक है bucket list, तब तक है अपना unsettling.
और bucket list आपका increase होता रहेगा.
Right. That never ends.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, well, these were my questions. Thank you so much for taking this podcast by storm, like you have taken the many platforms by storm.
Oh, thank you so much for having me on board. It's a pleasure to chat with you. मतलब इतना बिंदास इंटरव्यू तो पहले नहीं हुआ इंटरव्यू अच्छा हुआ, but ये तो बहुत ही मस्ती था. It was like super chill.
Yeah, that is the whole plan. I want everybody to come talk about their lives. And thank you so much for giving so much insight. So if anybody wants to get into this field, they get an idea as to how to go about it, how to create their reels, how to not give up, how to have a backup plan. So many things they learned from this episode. So anybody who is new and starting out as an actor can definitely use this as a mentorship kind of an episode and get ahead with their lives. क्यों नहीं, mentor तो बन ही सकते हैं आप. तो thank you so much, Aniruddh. Thank you for taking time.
You're most welcome. Thanks a lot, and thanks for having me on board. All the best wishes to you, and आपका podcast और ज़्यादा popular हो, super hit हो, यही हमारा दुआ है. So yes, it is. Yeah. So keep shining always.
Thank you. You're very kind.